Hi, my name is Tracy. I'm a holistic nurse psychotherapist, and this series is going to be about healing the gut, healing the body from trauma, from long-term complex trauma, particularly narcissistic abuse. And so if you've been through years, decades of narcissistic abuse from your family, from your parents, from your partner, whoever, and you're getting impacted because of the anxiety and the stress, and it's affecting your bowel issues, your health, this is what this series is going to be about. So if you have Candida, leaky gut, IBS, IBD, any bowel illnesses, or you're preventing or you're diagnosed with bowel cancer, this is going to address the spiritual and the emotional and the psychological pieces that affect it. There are powerful physical modalities and just nutritional ways, functional medicine ways to deal with it. But what I specialize in is the trauma piece, and it's the core. And if you look at any of these holistic alternative ways of, for example, healing bowel cancer, the center of their protocol is spiritual and emotional, because that is the center of who we are. And so let me just explain here, because it's important that you understand that it's not just it's not something outside of you. It's coming from within. And people say, well, you need to heal the root cause. The root cause is deeper than just fixing your flora and fixing like the food that you eat. Although that's a part of it, the deepest part is fixing the energy underneath. Because when you are constantly feeling unsafe, that's impacting your nervous system. You're going to be in constant fight or flight, fawn or freeze. Like, that is these nervous system responses to feeling unsafe. And if you felt like this your whole life, you're not going to notice that, oh, I don't know, like you could be always just feeling like this. So you're like, oh, I don't know, this is how I always feel. I always feel like this. But that's also, there's a level of dissociation going on. Like you're dissociated or disembodied from this experience. But then you're having gut issues. You're having immune system sensitivities. You're having autoimmune stuff. This is all trauma. And I speak from personal lived experience of healing autoimmune stuff, of helping clients with autoimmune stuff. I've worked with clients with Hashimoto's, Parkinson's, leaky gut, Candida, IBS, cancer. I've worked with so many people, and I have so many students that go through this process and heal. And it is healing the nervous system. But more than that, because nervous system regulation is like a thing now, right? Like you see all these somatic exercises, and you can do yoga, and you can release trauma. There's a lot of these available today. You can find them on YouTube. You can find them on any Instagram account where people talk about nervous system regulation. But I'm going to take it a step further, because nervous system regulation was just one part of it for me. Because I grew up with deep trauma, and I developed a developmental trauma, and I had complex trauma, BPD, my personality was persisting in such a way that it would constantly create illness and stress and inflammation. So deeper than that, it's healing not only just the emotions that have been stored in the body, it's healing your nervous system on an emotional, instinctual level. And that emotional, instinctual level is that part of you inside that is very dependent and victimized and afraid of your partner, your parent. There's a level of there's a power thing going on where you're giving them a lot of power. And that dependency, you're giving them a lot of power too. A lot of the bowel stuff has to do with your personal power and your personal confidence. So anybody I talk to, for example, with some kind of disorder, I don't even know anything because they didn't tell me anything yet. But yet I know likely what happened because the body is telling me a story. So people with bowel issues all have codependency. There are levels of codependency and dependency, and it's hard for them to do it alone. There's a smallness, there's a victimhood, and it's not meant to say that that's bad. It's just a level in which we learned to be dependent. And it's not bad to be dependent because we do need to depend on each other. But there lacks a dependency on the inner self first. Like there's a lot of outsourcing of that dependency and outsourcing your personal power. I think I said a lot here, but I think what I really want to make clear in this video is that it is so important when you're looking to heal the bowels, when you're looking to heal your body, there is a couple things we really need to focus on. It's actually releasing a lot of stored and pent-up emotions, emotional toxins, baggage from the past, repressed anger, definitely repressed anger, guilt, bondages that are very from trauma. It's working through all those emotions. That's part of it. But if you really want to make this effective, you have to be aware of the patterns that you're cycling in and the shadows, the unconscious parts of your habitual behavior that perpetuate these patterns. So that's the thing. It is healing the repressed emotions that's been shoved down, and then it's being aware of the patterns that keep the emotions shut down. Like there's so many layers here to work through when we're working through very deep chronic health problems, because there's layers and layers of codependency, of victimization, of smallness, of insecurity, of anxiety. And it's about working through those pieces. So I would say that start to just observe how you're feeling in your body and what it's really telling you. Where are you outsourcing your power? Where are you outsourcing your security and your safety?